Hey, what's going on there, everyone? Let me catch you in working on this tabletop out of a huge slice off of a tree trunk. A slab, if you will. It was like really uneven, and there was chainsaw marks all over it. So I wanted to, for one, smooth it out. Couldn't really sand it. It was too uneven. So I needed to plane it. But as you can see, this thing is far too wide to go in any planer, even if I had one, which I don't. So I needed to make a jig to put my router in, a router planer that can go back and forth across it to give me a good smooth surface. So for this video, I went ahead and I wanted to show my process for that. I made something more temporary than other videos I'll see out there. A lot of people make like a permanent jig to keep around, and I don't have room to have some huge jig sitting around. So I just made something in a few minutes that I could use and then discard and not have to feel bad about it. It's just scrap stuff. So anyways, I went ahead and planed the bottom pretty much flat, sanded it. That'll do two things for me. Now I can flip it over and plane the top and get a good smooth top. Also, I went ahead and tried a couple different finishes on the bottom side that will never be seen, so I know what I want to do with the top when it's finished. Anyways, that video should be ready next week, so if you're not subscribed, come back and check out the new video next week on this table. Hopefully it's going to be awesome. Have a good one. Alright, so as you can see right here, this chunk of wood I got off this tree trunk is really heavy. I tried running over it with the belt sander, and that would take a lifetime and a half to smooth it out that way. Just wasn't making any progress. So I decided to make this jig that I'm showing you here. I just got a piece of thin plywood, two scrap 2x4 pieces, set them apart. This gives it some stability, a little bit of rigidity to hold the plywood perfectly flat. So I just popped in a bunch of brad nails just to hold it together for the length of this project. I made sure and set them apart just the exact distance of the diameter of the router base. That way it serves as a guide as well. Now I went back and cut two equal sized pieces of 2x10 to slide into each end. They're just the height of the stump itself. So that'll keep the entire jig up off of the stump, and the router can go in there. Again, I just popped in a few brad nails. Now I used the router bit that I was going to use to route a little groove. And that's it as far as this jig goes. Super simple. Took 5 minutes to make. Didn't spend anything on supplies. It was just stuff that was laying around. Now a whole bunch of passes back and forth, and you can get a perfectly smooth finish. Takes a while and creates a mountain of sawdust, but it left me with a good flat surface. And it wasn't crystal clear smooth, and there's lines right there left, and had to come back and sand those off. And left me with about a garbage can full of wood chips here. So anyways, you can come back with a belt sander and smooth it down perfectly good as much as you want to. That's about it for this video. Stay tuned. Next week I'll have this table done and I'll tell you the story. Have a good one.